What's in the game?
I'm adaptable. If I take Jesse out of this competition, I'll be completing one of my goals, taking the veterans out one by one.
They both got their game faces up.
I'm not worried about competing with Anthony. He's an amazing artist with 5 years of experience. But I got 17.
I didn't deserve to hear. Anthony, Jesse, 14.
I got 17.
I didn't deserve to hear. Anthony, Jesse, your teammates determined that you were the weakest. You must now face off for survival. You've each been randomly assigned a canvas. Your canvases are completely open. The style of your design is completely up to you. However, to prove your adaptability, you must draw your tattoo directly onto your canvas's skin. Again. Any stencils, and you must draw from scratch. No reference.
Freehand, no reference. Jesse made a name for himself being an
Any stencil. To prove your adaptability, you must draw your tattoo directly onto your canvas's skin. Freehand. Any stencils, and you must draw from scratch. No reference.
freehand, no reference. Jesse made a name for himself being an illustrator, coming up with images off the top of his head.
No reference.
Freehand, no reference. Jesse made a name for himself being an illustrator, coming up with images off the top of his head.
Me. Exactly what I need. Because I want to do something crazy. I want to do what I do. This is my comfort zone.
It's a really good opportunity to do something you haven't been able to do so far in this competition. Show it whatever you want to do, any style, complete freedom. Doesn't have to be a huge tattoo, it has to be a great tattoo. This is the ultimate competitive platform right here. This is right out of your brain, right out to the skin. Go at it.
Bring in your canvases. You have 6 hours to tattoo. Your time starts. Now, let's get
Make it to the one of them specialized little critters, rabbits, squirrels. I do the
let's get
and Anthony Michael could easily make it to the one of them specialized little critters, rabbits, squirrels.
I do the BDI routine.
These two tattooers have such a different background.
We can do like a traditional eagle or something. That'll surprise the judges. They wouldn't expect that.
Typically, experience is everything, but there are times where inexperience creates hunger and creates drive.
No, the judges wouldn't expect it either, but I'm going to murder them.
We'll have to see how Anthony does going up against a veteran that knows all the tricks.
on what comes out.
This is the
Experience is everything, but there are times where inexperience creates hunger and creates drive.
No, the judges wouldn't expect it either, but I'm going to murder them.
We'll have to see how Anthony does going up against a veteran that knows all the tricks.
On what comes out.
This is the first time in this competition that I've got a piece of open skin to do whatever I want. I'm taking advantage of it. This tattoo right here is a game changer. If I win, then I'm knocked Anthony out, one of the strongest competitors. I have an easier path to the finale. I'm ready to show these guys what I'm made of.
Screwed up the American traditional flippership to redeem myself. Tattooing a freehand eagle across the shoulder blades of my canvas. I'm out for blood. I'm creating something that's badass.
Anthony has taken a big risk in a huge shoulder-to-shoulder eagle on this guy's back.
But this is your go-to?
No. Typically in this competition, Eagles, Anthony has taken a big risk and a huge shoulder-to-shoulder eagle on this guy's back.
So this is your go-to?
No. Typically in this competition, eagles have been a recipe for disaster. And today, Anthony is tattooing one on with no reference.
Normally tattoo this figured I'd push myself a bit, you know what I mean?
Stay in black and gray with it?
No.
No?
No. Guess you'd be doing a portrait. Normally tattoo this figured I'd push myself a bit, you know what I mean?
Stay in black and gray with it?
No.
No?
No. Guess you'd be doing a portrait. Only tattoo this figured I'd push myself a bit.
Stay in black and gray with it?
No.
No?
No. Guess you'd be doing a portrait.
Is he doing a portrait over here?
Go for it.
What Jesse's doing is his own made-up character. There's no rules. There's nothing to hold him to the fire on this tattoo. Paper, this challenge is looking like Jesse's got it in the back.
What's remaining? I think right now Anthony's balls might be bigger than his head. He wants to impress the judges, but I need him to maintain control so that we can make it to the end like we planned.
Everybody's helping Anthony out. Nobody's trying to help me out.
Like crazy. Anthony's balls might be bigger than his head. He wants to impress the judges, but I need him to maintain control so that we can make it to the end like we planned.
Everybody's helping Anthony out. Nobody's trying to help me out.
Like crazy. Tough club.
Everybody's helping Anthony out. Nobody's trying to help me out.
Like crazy. Tough club.
You got 3 on top and then 1 on the bottom. That's 4.
Yeah.
Everybody's helping Anthony out. Nobody's trying to help me out.
Like crazy. Tough club.
You got 3 on top and then 1 on the bottom. That's 4.
Yeah. 3 on top, 1 on the bottom.
I'm not competing against one person on this tattoo. I'm competing against 5.
I'm pretty sure. Like crazy.
Everybody's helping Anthony out. Nobody's trying to help me out.
Like crazy. Tough club.
You got 3 on top and then 1 on the bottom. That's 4.
Yeah. 3 on top, 1 on the bottom.
I'm not competing against one person on this tattoo. I'm competing against 5.
Pretty sure it's 3.
What adaptability is being able to take a bad situation and make it good. Grew up all over the world. I've had to adapt every time I've moved. I was always exposed to a bunch of different he's in trouble.
It's going to help Anthony because Jesse's tattoo is coming straight from his head. It's not going to be very easy to critique. To help Anthony because Jesse's tattoo is coming straight from his head. It's not going to be very easy to critique. Anything you say about it, you could just explain away in some imaginary fairy tale story. I don't know why Anthony is choosing to do traditional today when he doesn't do tradition. Maybe he's got a point to prove.
Get that clock out of the wall. Pushing me in this tattoo is remembering everything I had to fight for back home. I was by my sister, went to the hospital. They were going to remove her appendix, and they gave her too much anesthesia, and she died. By the time they brought her back, she had lost too much oxygen to her brain. She was a vegetable. She was on life support. But, man, my mom wasn't accepting anything the doctor was saying. About tooth and nail had to get my sister back to where she is now. She went from being a vegetable to weighing metal, accepting anything the doctor was saying. About tooth and nail had to get my sister back from vegetable. She was on life support. Remove her appendix. Pushing me in this tattoo is remembering everything I had to fight for back home. I was by my sister, went to the hospital. They were going to remove her appendix, and they gave her too much anesthesia, and she died. By the time they brought her back, she had lost too much oxygen to her brain. She was a vegetable. She was on life support. But, man, my mom wasn't accepting anything the doctor was saying. About tooth and nail, man, to get my sister back to where she is now. She went from being a vegetable to winning medals left and right in the Special Olympics. My mom definitely inspired me by her tenacity, and she didn't quit. Everything I've been here fighting for, this is it.
Down. No more in. Why?
Ah!
Yeah, David. Yeah. Can't get a more different approach on each one, you know?
You're crazy, man. He was smart, doing something that he loved to do. Big ass, crazy creatures. Your love has got poopus is. I don't know what the hell it is. Well, it can't get you on anatomy because nobody knows what that thing is. But I think it should be way more saturated than it is. Jesse's supposed to be the color guy.
Yeah, that's a clever interception.
It's just a tough one to call.
I don't think it's like, bam, sure win, bam, sure win. No.
Because neither one of them played it like especially and get a little tiny tattoo. They both went.
I feel like I would have liked a little more time, but I feel like I can say that with every tattoo I've ever done.
It was a Jesse Smith looking tattoo, man.
It's
Obviously, for me, I'm rooting for Anthony. I mean, he's the last one of the original vendors here. And, you know, we can almost stay on. This has been a long road, and everything just gets so intense, and things do become very personal here.
You know, everybody's got like those relationships.
Yeah. Keep on with everybody, but, you know, Ant and I, right off the bat, just knew, you know, we had each other's backs. Keep on with everybody, but, you know, Ant and I, right off the bat, just knew, you know, we had each other's backs.
Sure. This is definitely a do or die moment. I need to get into the finale. I need this $100,000. My life is riding on this.
Well, goal kick, just as it was looking promising. Yeah, they've missed an opening there. Nicely regaining
Today,
possession.
you faced off to prove your adaptability by freehanding your design directly onto the skin with no reference. Jesse, start with you.
No!
So what are we looking at?
this is a aqua bunny fish. Pretty straight from my head.
It's a very creative tattoo, definitely recognizable as your style of work. But at first glance, it's a little bit confusing, the way the body turns around the back of what's going on. Are there supposed to be stitches that are holding the thing together in the back?
Yeah, this particular character, he's been through some bad times. He relies on the pattern on the sides to attract other fish so he can have a meal for the day. It makes me sad to know that he probably won't last that long because he can't move like a normal fish.
Now, there's really nothing you could say about what this is, but it's something totally created out of your mind. I think it's a great creative approach. There's some areas that are really shiny, the nose, fang, the little textures that really stand out strong. But there's some saturation issues, the muddy colors, like the orange spots, a little bit scratchy and unfinished. There's some areas that I think could have been a little brighter instead of that pale yellow. Overall, it has a more muted, washed out feel. This was your chance to really do something super bright on the pale skin. Jesse, there's no doubt about your creativity, but then looking at the consistency of the outline, you have a lot of different animations. You have some areas where you get a little gray, thickness where it looks like you had to pick up in some spots. Overall, you did a really cool image. This is going to boil
No!
down into
Well, it just petered out. It's with Vargas.
This isn't really the most traditional eagle in the world.
I wanted that feel. I know there's so much more about traditional tattooing. There's so many rules involved. So I wanted to be a little looser to keep some elements of traditional being the black, and I tried to simplify the design as much as I could.
But have you drawn a lot of these eagles?
drawing an eagle like this from memory, very risky. Just going from nothing and coming up with an aesthetically pleasing look. I think it's a great take. I love this outline throughout. Big, nice, crisp. But there's some questionable ways you did the feathers and the wings.
I didn't want the wings to look so uniform.
Couldn't be able to see the feather lines go all the way to the base. That black should be black enough to where those lines disappear into the blackness. And then it would have had a much stronger look. Where to me things get short is the color. I don't love the brown stripes off the yellow. pounds and in the wings. It doesn't speak to me as powerfully everything else in the tattoo.
And cuts inside. Was spot on with that challenge.
It's not apple to apple.
Definitely taking a risk doing a style you're not familiar with. I think as a personal triumph for Anthony, I was happy to watch him swing for the fences on that one.
See more hiccups on Eagle outline than that one. You know, everybody's like, it's just so crazy. But there's a science to doing what he does because there's 100,000 guys out there trying to do exactly what he does, but it doesn't work. So there is a right and wrong way to do a crazy character like that. You look at that, you're like, that's Smith.
Then if you're creating a fantasy character, I have to look at the character and believe that it can function. This is Martin directly out from underneath the cheek. Didn't look like it functioned. And then the fin, I don't understand if that's on its back or if it's coming down a ridge or something.
Drew it all on as far as adapting what I normally do. I drew with the tattoo machine while I was going.
And then the fin, I don't understand if that's on its back or if it's coming down a ridge or something. Function.
Do a crazy character like that. When you look at that, you're like, that's Jesse Smith.
Then if you're creating a fantasy character, I have to look at the character and believe that it can function. This is Martin directly out from underneath the cheek. Didn't look like it functioned. And then the fin, I don't understand if that's on its back or if it's coming down a ridge or something.
Drew it all on as far as adapting what I normally do. I drew with the tattoo machine while I was going. There's a lot of decisions I made that weren't on there when I started.
To one of the judges here, which artist is going home?
I feel like there's some technical problems with both these tattoos.
We all agree that both have some kind of anatomy issue. We all agree that some areas of each of the tattoo are light, where I would say that there's a gap would come down to outlines. Definitely Anthony's tattoo has a much stronger outline. Looking at it line by line, pass by pass, stroke by stroke, the finesse that's in that outline, that is what's really strong.
So overall beatability and maybe just taking it up a notch. Anthony may have stepped a little bit further out of his comfort zone.
Anthony took the big risk. He did a showstopper. He did a tattoo to win. I'm going to go for Jesse. Took the big risk. He did a showstopper. He did a tattoo to win. I'm going to go for Jesse.
Vision. Jesse. The judges have decided. Yes. Decision. Jesse. Yes. The judges have decided. Jesse, you do not have what it takes to be a master.
For the second opportunity. Appreciate it.
Jesse, you do something that is really your own thing. But then the fact that you tell us a sad story about the fish means you're actually thinking it through, which is a true sign of an artist. But it came down today to the simplest part of the whole tattoo, the outline.
These machines.
It's with Vargas.
It was weird. It was just like a cold shoulder from everybody. I definitely felt outnumbered. I don't feel like I should be going home. Capable of a lot more than most of the people. It was weird. It was just like a cold shoulder from everybody. I definitely felt outnumbered. I don't feel like I should be going home. Capable of a lot more than most of the people on the house. Better than all of them.
Maybe room here for the counter-attack.
Step aside. Of a master. Who can just make a bold statement?
Who agrees to tattoo this kind of symbol on somebody? You have no moral value.
With so little time left, surely that will be the winner. Amazing scenes here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then what a strike. That's hit with such ferocity. Certainly no stopping that. That's a great
This
goal.
kind of symbol on somebody. You have no moral value.
And so the final whistle here. The visitors come out on top, Stuart. Well, they weren't totally convincing.
Makes me
but